Welcome back. It's BrainStorm with Brian Sturm. I am a gamer, a game designer, and a game tester. I've been a game tester. And this is Bioshock Infinite. Beautiful piece of art. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the game as a game designer and a level designer, and I'm going to try and impart whatever knowledge I can for you. And obviously I'm playing the game, so sometimes this is not going to be the most educational thing because I'm going to be distracted. Interesting. Anyone want to notice? Look at that. Humongous color change. So what is going on there? I think I'm actually on the boat. Oh my god. I'm on the boat as a LOD issue is happening. Okay, so anyone knows what LOD is? Level of detail. And usually it's your distance from the center of the object or something, in which you will go from, say, an LOD 3, which is the lowest level, to a LOD 2. It will be higher res, LOD 1, or possibly LOD 0, depending on the way the programmer set it up. And what that means, level of detail, is how high res the textures are and how pretty they are, but they take up more memory, or they have more lighting. This is not an LOD issue? No. It's a lighting issue. So I believe why that's a lighting issue is that by the point that you're walking over there, you should be... Let's watch this if we can. Like, that's supposed to be lit differently from this perspective. Because you're supposed to be higher up and maybe you see a little bit more sun on that on the ship. Just interesting that that made it into the game. Once again, why did that make it into the game? Well, it's a huge game. How many people are going to be walking around on that boat? And really, does it hurt the game that much? No. Here's a sink. I don't know why they have sinks that are usable in this game. I want a sink achievement. Wasting water or something like that. Oh yeah, I love this room. Okay, so what's going to happen down here is there's some people who will become my enemies. They're just talking, and if I walk into the room, they will attack me. Now, I made a bug happen on my very first playthrough where I screwed up on my microphone, so unfortunately we're not going to get to watch that. What the bug is I killed the lady, which triggered all of the other men to go into their attack mode. You know, I'll get you and all that. And yet, they were still stuck in their scripted modes of doing their animation as if they were still talking. So I could walk around and I could look at their faces, and they were all grimacing as if they were in attack mode, and yet they could do nothing. So you got to imagine that each one of these characters has like a little a little paper file, a script file, in which behaviors are set up. And possibly you can find a way to make it all screwed up. So let's see if I can't do it again. If they notice me, we're done for. So let's see. And I shot her right behind the ear. Hey, baby. Nope. Do you not know how I did that? I really don't. Hello. He was standing in a fire. So, I didn't get the repro again. So, that's a repro, by the way, is a reproduce. It's an industry term. Get used to it. And, so, I didn't get the reproduction on that. Hey, look, the corpses went away. So those guys' corpses got unloaded from memory. Whoa. All their corpses got unloaded from memory. What happened there? Anywho. So at least I got to mention the bug to you, and obviously when bugs are found and then you find a bug in a game and you're like, well, why didn't they fix it? Sometimes it's a low repro, or it's just not easy for it to be captured for the programmers to be able to debug. Once again, here they have a really nice, attractive skyline strike. Ooh, they got another one. Oops. All right. Don't care. That's fantastic. Can I sure? Where'd the corpse go? Come on, really? All right, whatever. Okay, I wanted to talk about this. See this beautiful statue? If you were paying attention, you've seen this statue before, actually. It was really early on in the game, near when you first see a sputtering Elizabeth Gray thing, and you're allowed to go look at the Elizabeth Gray thing. So if anyone remembers that scripted event early in the game, there's a statue like this, but it's not this big. It's quite small. Now, I noticed it because of how high level detail it was. It was really detailed, and I was wondering, why did they have such a small statue with such a high level of detail? And of course, my hunch was they were gonna. It's not meant to be that small. It's meant to be this huge, 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 huge statue. Because if you had a huge statue with a low level of detail, it would just look blurry and crappy. So these are the moments in which they reuse an asset. Maybe you didn't notice it, and it's such a wonderful statue that they don't want to use it too often and dilute it. So there's that. And then just for people, there's some more Z-Order fighting. There in the windows, you see that? That is Z-Order fighting. Don't know quite what's going on there. Why there's two. Actually, that's probably the texture's right on top of the model. And so what we're seeing is unrendered model behind that texture. Possibly. Okay. Oop-a-doop-a-doop. Oh, so here we are. Tons and tons of assets, lots of interactable things. There's no way we can keep this all in memory and then keep on going. So we've reached the limit in which either a 360 or the average PC should be able to hold stuff into memory. Let's move up. Let's do a load screen and unload all that stuff from memory and load in the next Monument Island. This is no-brainer for people who are programmers, but for people who are not, just being consciously aware of these things, and think about the cost of some of these objects in terms of memory. Now, here we have the average player might be really intrigued to go, boom, go right on in. You have a lot of darkness, big white area, you saw an enemy, off you go. Now, what's interesting to note is, watch this, look at this guy. If this is combat, he should have attacked me from outside. That should have happened. There's even this little screen, which I guess legitimizes that why they didn't attack me. But the reason why they did this as game designers and level designers is they wanted you to, first of all, pick up a little bit more story elements. But they really wanted you to see, hey, look at this. This is my very first Vigor buying area. Darn it, I probably could have bought this if I had been trying a little harder. So for people who've been meticulously keeping all their money, you might be able to get your first upgrade. But for the average player, looking at this going, wow, those are really cool, and then be like, wow, I have a lot, I gotta go get money. It motivates you. You're like, well, cool, let's get out there and let's go make money so I can go have these cool powers. So you notice? Yeah, reload. Thank you. You know, they're really... I don't think it's an AI... I don't think it's a pathing... Oopsie. I don't think it's a pathing issue. I really think that they're not encouraged... The combat waiting system is not encouraged to make them come over here. I'm going to do is do my favorite thing to do, which is this. Oh, maybe I should actually care about this fight. Not trying very hard, obviously. Oh, man. Love that animation. You notice they want to make sure that you see that the guy's neck is all broken, so they take a long time for the body to fall. This is what I was talking about earlier. Look at it. I'm gonna be full. I'm gonna be full health. Everything's gonna be full by the time I get out of here. And that's why I just keep on taking vigor upgrades, salt upgrades. If some people are getting annoyed because I'm using the wrong nomenclature. Sure enough, maybe I'm just a bit shy on the health, but it's my own fault. I was kind of goofing around. And if people notice, they also put an oil slick up here, so they want to kind of help people use the vigors in the way they want to. The way they want to. Oh, there I am, full health. Huh. Now I usually get the bag on the other side. They put that bag there, making it attractive for people to want to go up to the window and see that there's an opportunity to get even more stuff. What am I missing? Is it up here? Ah, there it is. Whatever. Okay, lots of interesting things to talk about here. I will do my best to be as quick as I can. So, first things first. You want to notice that, look at the height. The average gamer is going to keep their reticle about eye height. Look at the, boom. Look at where they position this. They want to make this ridiculously easy for someone to notice. One of the other nice things, you've seen your overall objective to the story. This thing is right in line with it. So it's not like you're going off to the side here. You're proceeding forward towards where you want to be going. That's about it. I will just leave it at that.
We're sorry to say that Monument Island is off limits. You've got to go.
Creepy fuck. That thing is creepy as hell.
Skylights, huh? Those things them coppers came riding in on back by the lottery.
So, once again, reinforcing for players who might not be paying attention. They wanted to actually physically call that out. Now watch what happens with my...
heads to Monument Island with a shot.
So, every 20 seconds, my character will say something just to help somebody. I gotta figure out how to get on that line, or these lines lead up to... The only way I can get to where I want to go is going to be through these lines. And he should be saying something fairly soon.
Looks like I can hop the skyline from here.
So that's a scripted event. Just want to let people know that. And now, there it is. Nice. I do want to point this out to people that a lot of people who don't have good reaction time, or they're just completely blown away by this event, they're going to zip on through and end up at the next area having their fight. And then when they get involved, a lot of human beings and gamers will just get involved in a fight and off they move on. And so they're going to miss this, which is just fine. But
That's what the doctor ordered.
as game designers, the longer and longer you have a role-playing game in which people could or could not pick up something, so that affects their health, that makes them stronger, you have a divergence between poor players and good players, stats-wise. That's something you need to keep in mind, is that you have all these areas and people might not get all the items that you thought they were going to get. Once again, no brainer there. They put down an oil slick to make it fun and exciting for people to use the oil slick and kill that guy. You notice that they triggered that UI there, so they're making it very easy for people to just go back and forth. And I have one critique for this area. So they have a green arrow. All right. And they have a green arrow. My critique is this: if this was a darker room with maybe like a lamppost light that points down, you would have a much easier noticeable way for people to pull this lever. I've seen a lot of people running around, and for some reason, this didn't really hit them. The other thing, skyline control, the sign being as small as it is, that could have been different. Or you could have an entire panel that was like alluding to controlling these things, and that would just be my 2 cents there. Okay, I'm going to pull the lever in the next video.